everybody. This is part 2, just discussing the fast that we're doing for South Africa. And today I want to look at what happens when a nation fasts. And our passage is taken from Daniel chapter 10, verses 11 and 12, when he got before God over these 21 days and he began to fast. And we see the background to this fast. Nebuchadnezzar was threatening the Jews. They had to leave their land, they had to leave their city, Jerusalem, and this is familiar to what's taking place in our nation. And here was an evil king that was standing against the plan of God for the purpose of Israel in that time. And so God raises up Daniel to fast. And in this passage it describes how the Lord heard him early on in his fast, but angelic realms, demonic angelic realms, were holding the answer back until God began to shift the balance of power in the heavenlies, where angels were released in terms of releasing the plan and the purpose of God. And so as we begin to fast for South Africa, we begin to see a shift in the heavens over our nation. We begin to see God shifting times and seasons, particularly the leaders that God has chosen to lead this nation going forward. And so as I was praying, God was showing me that He wants to rewrite the history of South Africa. These past years since the inception of our new government, where many of us held such hope and we held such esteem in terms of what South Africa was going to become, but yet hope has been lost, and a revolution is birthing, a revolution that would destroy, a revolution that would murder, a revolution that would alienate South Africa as a nation. But you know, God has His revolution taking place in the heavenlies, and you and I as the church are called to govern this nation from the heavenlies first. And so as we humble ourselves over this time, we will see that there will no longer be murders in our street. We will see that there will no longer be a culture of witchcraft will no longer prevail. We will see that a culture of poverty will no longer prevail as God raises up His Davids, as God raises up His Daniels to lead South Africa going forward into the new dispensation that God has for this nation. God bless you, and as we continue to wait on the Lord, He will show us and He will prepare our hearts as to the commencement of this fast. Thank you.